Hello everyone, this is Valderan and we're back on No Man's Sky. I haven't started anything because what I'm actually going to do is start a normal game, normal save, and give a little bit of tips and tricks when you start the game, because that's where a lot of people seems to have problems. So at least I will try to do a little bit in that direction. So the reason I'm starting it on normal is because most people would do. Hello Wicked and welcome to. And that's kind of where I'm trying to do, giving a little bit of what you can do, what you can't do, what you should do, what you don't want to do, or maybe not. So I just started the game, box standard normal game, no trickery, no difficulties. I actually should probably have taken the tutorial off because I don't tend not to do that, but if it's there, it's there, then let's do it with that. Well, maybe. If there's good parts, I will put some of it into a YouTube video, but I want to see how it pans out first. But before I went on holiday, I had some new players, and they were kind of asking the questions, and I was thinking, yeah, we all look a lot into the game further on, but for a brand new player, the first couple of hours might actually be the most struggling. So even though I got them to play the expedition there was before I went on holiday, not the same there is now. It seems like they come fast and quick on top of each other, but yeah, not a bad thing. I like the expeditions, but well, no, it is. Yeah, hopefully I can do something which is a little bit helpful, and I mean, I have fun playing in all aspects of the game, and when I finished the expedition yesterday, I went on to my permadeath because the expedition came out of that, and I was just tolling a little bit around for an hour's time, and actually I started thinking about this. So you start on a planet. Big surprise. uh, you never know what the game got have in store for you. So some can be a little bit worse than others. And well, yeah, no, I'll see what I can do. It might be at several attempts, and there hopefully will be some YouTube videos coming out of it. I can always cut all my sidetracking out, because that is where it normally goes wrong. So we are on a planet here. That need to be repaired. That's so I can scan exosuit. Scroll simulator. Yeah, why not? And I have a starship somewhere which I need to find and repair. That is how most of the time. So this is a planet with radiation. doesn't really matter, because what you need in the beginning is something which can help you. And this is actually one of the most important things. Find a cave, because caves are relatively safe. And how did I know these hazardous flora had sodium in it, which it told me to find? Well, that unfortunately is experience. When you don't have the scanning, you can't actually see exactly what they hold. So you can see I point at them. When I have shot, then I can see what they have. But otherwise, I'm blind as a bat at this point. And the thing is, I need some ferrite dust to repair it. What I'm first going to do is actually to pick up these hazardous plants, because they can harm you if you are not careful, and you are relatively weak at this point. There's another one there. And I know they give oxygen or sodium, and both is useful, so that is this is a good thing to get. There's more down there. Well, I was thinking about doing a perma, but I thought no, because there is something which is not useful for most players, and that's the limited stack size. So that's why I decided to start a normal one for once. But I will go through all the different stages, what you can do, what you can get out of it, and I will make it into bite-sized videos as well, because oh dear, I ran out of carbon. That was not lucky. Those hold some things, but that is not important right now. Let's see. I need to leave the cave for a moment here. There was the exit. I need to get things repaired, and so ferrite dust comes from most rocks. If only there was rocks. But I need some plants first, so I can actually recharge my mining beam, which is fueled by carbon. There's an animal. As long as it doesn't make me too lunch, then I'm happy. So if you come into the situation, I can't scan it, I don't have any, then you can actually hit it. Some people don't know this, but you can. And when you have a couple, you put them on and you start and get more out of it, and so on. The best thing is always to scan before you do something, but as the scanner is not entirely healthy, then we just need to get what we need to repair it. The scanner is useful because it also gives you money when you scan. Well, sometimes I am. been there, done that. And Bloody didn't tell me there was kids in the school, so... So, is that enough? Yes, it is. So now I at least have a scanner. And the advantage with that is when I scan, which I can't do because I don't have device yet. I need carbon nanotubes to build that. And that takes 50 carbon, which I don't have. Okay. So I need to find some more carbon. I will say carbon is one of the things you need loads of. So that is... So now I have everything, so I should be able to scan. Oh, I can scan this one and see it's some kind of animal, creature, and I even got some money scanning it. 3,000 units. That's not a lot in the bigger picture, but every start is slow. But see, now I can see there's actually another thing on the different things as well. So there is my ship not too far away. So what about we just walk to it? And you can scan a little bit on the way. It's the more you scan, the more money you get out of it. And the thing is, at this point it doesn't give you a lot. Later on, when you upgrade your scanner and things gets better and better. So condensed carbon is enriched carbon, so that actually is double as good as normal carbon. So good idea to pick that up when you come across it. So the first task you have is actually survive. And this is where a lot of people start panicking, but the trick is you need sodium. And one way of actually finding sodium is you can always press your scanner C bottom and you can see sodium rich plant, and you can go and pick up the sodium from that. And on some planets that's the only thing you can do. You won't always be lucky and find a cave right where you are, and that will have what you need in it. Luck is a bit of the game as well. So it's of course, if you are good, you will be able to kind of survive easier. Experience is a good thing. The longer you play, the more experience you get. You know where to get the different things. But it's not always black and white. There's a lot of things in between. So I actually think I have the tutorial on, but that's okay. Most people would have that, and it guides you through what you need to do. So need that. Yeah. Okay. So in order to fix this, I need hermetic seal and metal plating. The metal plating I can make. However, the hermetic seal I don't have the blueprint for, so that's the first task. The other one, pure ferrite, dihydrogen jelly. I can make that, but I need materials for it. So that is what we are going to look at. So it wants me out of the ship. Makes sense because that's oxygen. Oxygen is like sodium, very useful, and these things go all the way through the game. There is easier ways in getting around things, and I will of course show you how you do that. So there's a lot of things popping up. There's boxes. I like boxes because they give things which you don't have to pick up then. And you see, I need something to open those bells, so that's coming later. So I got some nanites. That's the second type of currency. There is 3 types. And if you want me to kind of is that a predator? Oh, kind of is, but okay. Bear with me a sec. I'm just doing the scanning because now I have found all creatures on this planet. Yeah, it's telling me to patch the metal plating on because that was the one I could make. Then what? Okay, board the ship and do a diagnostic. Yeah, I would not normally do that, but that's okay. I would just go and find what I need. So That's the thing. It will have me to go somewhere to find. You don't want me to go somewhere to find it. Well, then I'm stuck here. Sorry, my dog is playing with me right now, and she doesn't agree to leave the ship. She might be right. Yeah, I know. It can be dangerous out in the world. So, well, this is teaching No Man's Sky with border collies. So, now she got offended and left. So, she actually liked to watch the game. Funny enough. So we got a planetary chart, and you activate them by pressing E, and it will show you something. Here it comes up as a white symbol on a red background, and it wants me to go there. I might as well run. So I know that I'm going to always scan first, because there's often two resources in it, and if you haven't scanned, you only get one of them. The first one, you don't get the secondary. Some only have one, but it's more those who have two. You want it all. The reason I'm doing this is I know I'm going to need a lot of okay. Well, I know I didn't talk about the currencies. I'll get back to that. It's actually not important right now. Oh, radioactive supersonic. So there's a uranium. I can't get that because I don't have a terrain modifier, which is what you mine those kind of things with. So we need a lot of things. I need to be careful with this supercell as well, because that will drain my shielding very quickly. So this is where you either should find a cave or building. So you say, if you have a terrain modifier, you can just dig a hole down in the ground and save yourself by hiding there. I'm actually going to just fill up with some of the sodium I found. Luckily I got quite a bit of sodium, so I can be a little bit more cheeky than else. There's more there, so I know that the place I'm going to is a shelter, so hopefully I can get there quick enough. Oh, I heard myself falling down there. But when you go into a building, a ship, a cave, you are actually protected. So. And I can stand there and it will recharge my my shielding, and that's kind of good. So far okay. So shelters always, in one of them is one of these which actually gives nanites normally. This is just not normal, but yeah. There is often things that can be found in them. So when you see a building, unless it's guarded by a lot of sentinels, go into them and get what you can. Everything which is free is actually beneficial for you. So I got some more nanites, and I need to get back to my ship. That was that way. So if my ship had been repaired, I could have called it, but of course it wouldn't be a challenge if it was not broken. And yeah, there is things you can do and things you I would say don't. Yeah, I have located my starship, thank you. So when there is a bad weather, it's not always you can see if there's caves and stuff like that. So don't despair if you get into that situation. Just try your hardest to survive, use sodium or other means to actually help yourself. Oh, that was a little bit stupid what I just did, but never mind. And the thing is, common sense will bring you a long way. Unfortunately, common sense is not the same for everyone. So, me saying common sense might not seem as common sense for you. And don't think I ever tell you how to play the game, because I don't. There is no right and wrong in No Man's Sky. There's tips, tricks, hints, help if you need. And feel free to use the chat if you have questions. If you're a new player, it's something you don't understand, if I say something, do something which doesn't make sense to you, feel free to ask. So, now I'm in a situation where I can actually make this, because I got the condensed carbon on the way. Then I need pure ferrite. I have a problem with that because I can't refine. So do I have... okay. I can make a refiner. I need another metal plating. And we can build that. And I'm going to sit a moment in the ship just to protect myself and kind of gain a little bit of my shielding back, so I just not constantly use whatever I have. And while I do that, I can talk about the 3 different types of currency. Units is money. You can buy resources at the galactic trade terminals. You can buy ships with it. You can buy freighters with it. Nanites is used to buy either blueprints for technology. I have one sitting here. You can buy a blueprint for this, and then you can build it with resources. And that is the main part. You can also upgrade your ship and stuff like that. Buy modules, not only blueprints but also modules for nanites. Quicksilver is a special currency which can only be used in the Anomaly, and it is mainly for well, there's a lot of things in that. I will show when we get to it, but it's a little bit down the line before I get to that. So memo to myself, Quicksilver when we get to it. So I need to make pure ferrite. I have this one, which is a refiner. And first of all, I'm going to take the rusted metal I found. And by refining that, I get ferrite dust. I could just run around and collect it, but rusted metal give actually 2 ferrite dust for each one, so that is not a bad thing. And I said I found all the animals on this planet. When you do, you get a bonus nanite, which is really good at this time in the game. So there was 7 creatures, and I found them all, scanned them, and I get 1750 nanites, which can be very useful. Early nanites is good, because that actually means I will have I can afford a little bit more. So I need to make some pure ferrite. Can't remember how much I needed, but
radiation protection falling.
Of course it's falling 50. So stop. I don't need to do it all. It's not a bad thing to actually do it, but so I tend to go in and sit in the ship when I do repairs and stuff like that. So there, that part, and then we need dihydrogen jelly. Do I have enough to make that? Actually, I do. I hope it's only one I need. Yeah. So some recipes, blueprints you already have from start, so why do I have 2 of them? I might have made a mistake. So starship repaired. Leave the planet. So think I forgot to pick up the refiner. Thing is, if I don't come back, okay, it's relatively cheap to make, but I don't like to waste my resources if I don't have to. So this was the first part of the survival in the beginning. Now it wants me to seek answers among the stars. So you fly out up in the sky. And then what? Well, it wants me to test the Starship system. So, test flight controls and thrust. W key is this one. It's not my W key because I have another programmed keys, but never mind that. Boost with the left shift. And pulse engine with space. That's the default keys. You can rekey as you want. Okay. Oh, that's a message. Press X and press F. Please identify yourself. I'm Valderon. I'm not alone. Okay, let's see where it goes, where it brings us.
Alert. Navigational data received.
So this brings me into the log, and that shows primary missions. Awakenings, find us, hear us. That is the one we are on now. You will have 3 missions up here you go through. You don't have to go through them, but it is actually quite beneficial if you do. So it's an unknown planet. You scan the planet with pressing C. It's noxious, so that means it's toxic, which I don't have any protection for either. Before I go there, I actually like to go to the space station first. Feeling the space station is on the other side of that planet. Looks like it. So at least I'm moving in the right direction. So whether it's to the signal source or the space station or what, that doesn't really matter as long as you're going in the right direction. Okay, the space station comes up. Where? There. So the space station in each system, if there is one, is kind of your trading hub. You can trade certain things, you can get things for free and all that. So I know it wants me to go to the signal source and it will give me certain things. However, I kind of like to go to the space station, but maybe I shouldn't, but I'm a rebel, so I do, even though it doesn't tell me to. The first guy here is a mission agent, and you need to have standing with the race sitting here. There's 3 races, and you need to have a standing with them before you can get any mission. So, none yet. The next here is a galactic trade terminal. And that's why you can use your hard-earned money. I'm not going to buy anything, I'm just going to show that there is things. And you can also sell stuff. Whatever you might want to sell, you can sell it there. I don't have anything really of worth money. You can also talk to these guys you meet, and for many players that is something they don't really want to do. However, there is a benefit doing it. First of all, you request help with the language. Give you 4 categories. These, the Kovacs, is technological. So, benefit to take technological symbol and you get the word for research. So, if you talk to them, whenever the word you have already known, it will come up in English, not in Kovacs. But there's also another thing, which is you can practice your language skills. And if you say something to them which is technological, i.e. the word I just learned, research, or a variation of it, they start talking to me and, well, nothing happened. Sometimes they will give you things, sometimes you will get a standing. On the other side here is the teleporter. We don't have anything we can teleport to, so that is not going to work right now. Every time you come to a space station, that teleport is active for you. So if I go to another one, then I can teleport to this one. So this one is the same. I try to learn a new word. See, there is none, which is the good ones. I take Kovac symbol because I know never to say them because they would get pissed off if you do. You learn that down the line, and that's an experience you need to learn, but the worst thing that can happen is they give you a bad standing, but you quickly get them back up. So the word is Kovacs. If I say that, he will be offended. If I say researcher, he will be happy, and they give me an upgrade to assist me. So I get something which it's actually something I don't really need, but never mind that. It can be converted into something I can use. The last guy here is selling charts. You can buy different types of charts, and down the line it's useful, but right now it's not what you need. There's a price. Some cost 3, others cost 1. Well, 1 what? It says exchange 1 chart. That's actually not what you do, you pay with these navigation data. And you will pick them up as you go. They're easy to stack up on. Under the stairs is a scrap dealer. We'll get back to that eventually. On each space station is there a guild envoy, and when you get standing up with them, you do that by doing missions. Then you can get some free stuff or some cheap stuff. You can donate things to them to get up quicker, but it's not really worth it. It's just doing missions and you will come up and get good free stuff. So I always talk a lot with them in the beginning because that's where I feel I can use whatever I can get for free. Later you don't need that as much. But it is, in principle, you want to make yourself as good as possible, as quick as possible. I still get research, so that's he gave me nanites, which is useful. So you might also find other races on the space, and this one is belong to the Kovacs, so that would be most Kovacs. There's a Gek. They have another language preference. They prefer trade, and there's no trade. So I just take a mystery symbol that won't come up in the list. That is all the words that is kind of spread out. And there is things laying around as well. Pick them up. Might be useful down the line. Then up here is 4 technology dealers. One with exocraft. We don't have any yet. One with ship stuff. It's a little bit early starting with that. Another Gek standing around. See if I can get a trade word out of him. Yep. It's the word trade, which is the first one. So the Geks are not as good as the Kovacs and the Viking, because they very often just give you a little bit of money. Okay, this gave me a piece of trade goods. That could be good. We don't know until we try to sell it. So yeah, this goes on for a little bit, trying to get some free stuff really. That's my main aim for it at the moment. And when you play, you can choose to do the same, maybe a little bit less, or do all of them. That's really up to you. Oh shit. Okay, hope he doesn't get too. He didn't get too angry. Good. That's my problem sometimes. I can't remember if I did them all or some of them. And with everything, there's a lot of achievements you do while you're playing. They are useful later when you get to the anomaly. Okay, check make another coax. So traveler was the word I got, which is coax, but I take experiment because that's technology. And gave me a standing. Okay, that's not bad. Did I actually? I did. So here we have a Viking-like aggression language, and it can be a double-edged sword, really, because they might be offended as well as like what you say. So aggression here is dead. It seems to have offended them. Okay. And he got very annoyed. That's what happens. So now I try exactly the same word to this guy because I know what's coming up. It's the only aggression we have. So that he hit me. Okay. On the space station is also some multi-tools. You can compare it with the one you have. The one I have only have 8 slots. This one has 13, but it's a little bit pricey and more than I have right now. This guy is selling technology too. Your multi-tool. I'm not going to look at him. I'm going to look at the exosuit one. Okay, this is an A class, which has 21 slots more than the one I have, and it cost 4.3 million. So it is going to take a little bit before we get to that. So on all space stations, you can buy an exosuit upgrade, which is a slot in your exosuit. The first one is free, but it has to be down in the cargo department. And then you can go here and you can buy for nanites some upgrade modules. I must admit I don't really want to buy C, B or A. I use them if I get them for free, but I don't buy them. So I can buy a thermal protection for heat, and that one I will actually not sell. I could sell it for nanites, however I have better plans. So this one I can put on, that will protect me together with this longer time when I'm on a hot planet, which I have no plans of doing. That one I will put on the ship because it's something I will be selling. So this one is a weapon for the ship, but I never use them. And what I do, I actually dismantle it and then I get whatever it was made of. So wiring looms is very expensive, so that is actually a good thing to get in surplus if you can. That is going to save you a lot of money, and that's where the free modules actually really come into play. There is on co-work systems on vulnerable servers, when you look at them, you get a little bit off. Mostly money, but it could be other things.
Units received.
So now I've been, I got some standing with them, so I'm just going to check if this has changed so there's missions. No. Too early. Fair enough. And the ships which land here with the NPC pilots, you can actually buy them. When you scan them, you can see the price 6.4 million for this one. This shuttle is 2 million. So you need money to buy these things. A-class holder, 52 million. But it's not the only way of getting ships. But again, we'll come back to that. So we're supposed to go there, and we better do that. So this game has a very bad habit at giving you approximate locations. That means that you will have to go out and walk around to actually really get to get anything. And I don't have any protection against toxic. So that would be sodium. Okay, that way. I don't scan when I have the one which shows me where to go on, because then I have to jump out of it all the time. That's the important thing is I go where I need to go, and then get it done relatively quick. I like to think it's there, yeah. So, oh, this box here. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. So I pick up free boxes because you often get things you can use. So now I got a base computer blueprint, so I can actually build a base. The thing is, I know I'm going to need these blue ones. Bugger. Oh, hello there. Yeah, I know I'm going to need a lot of these as well, so...
Units received. Units received.
Okay, back to the ship, then we determine what we want to do. I tend to do some scans, even though I do not intend of picking up anything.
Units received.
So,
Toxic protection.
yeah, this is a quite hostile planet type, so I don't really want to run too much around without any protection, so that's just kind of how it is. Can build that carbon nanotubes and dihydrogen jelly. One and two of these. That is a thing which will be very, very useful. The terrain modifier is a must. So now it wants me to start thinking about building a base. I am not too keen on doing it on this planet. Nor that. So I'm going to go out to space and see what the three others are. I prefer to have a base on a planet which is at least somehow survivable, and at least because you need to, yeah, frozen, that's no, that was not a planet. That one doesn't. That's the something. Is it behind? Oh, there. Can I get a fix in that moon? Worm-ridden moon. It's not the greatest either. So there's one left. Looks hot. Abandoned. Problem is that might not hold a lot of carbon. Problem is I can't really do a lot until I get a hyperdrive. Because I don't have that, can't build it, so yeah. So I'm actually stuck in this system until you get that part. So let's see how it looks when we come down to it. Oh dear. Very mountainous. Vegetation at all. Some, but what is it? I really don't know. I don't know. Is this worse than I don't know. I don't really know whether it's even better or worse than anything else. I know I have been doing stupid things sometimes, and oh dear. What is it that needs metal plating? So
Technology recharge.
So this might be as good as any other. Still over there. That would kind of work, wouldn't it? This why would I need a portal? Actually. That is not necessarily a bad thing to know where there is. In the old days, very often people built bases around portals. And the reason for that being that you then have a... No more fuel, okay. Silver, I don't want silver. Ah, let's not monkey around. That is a secondary problem we need to address. Hey, Jeremol. How are you? Haven't seen you for a bit.
Technology recharge.
I'm still not sure I'm doing the right thing here, but now I'm going to do it, so...
Thermal protection falling.
So I will say, you don't have to pay too much attention to the first base you build. Unless you really want to, that is. So, I do not have enough carbon to doing that. That's it's kind of typical, isn't it? As I said, I have done stupid things in the past and built bases on planets which actually didn't have any carbon whatsoever, or very, very little. There's always some, but
Units received.
finding it can be
Units received.
tricky sometimes.
Units received.
So, gathering resources you need is sometimes a very big part of the game. As you come down the line, it gets more and more kind of on occasion then.
Units received. Thermal protection falling.
So it's telling me I'm not feeling very well in the as I intend building wooden, then I need kind of a lot of carbon to do it. So that's kind of how it is.
Weather warning. Incoming storm. Please computer online.
Ah. Yeah, I just put walls up now. I can always edit the base. So you don't actually have to close it all in. Of course, it's nicest to do so, but so at least I'm safe for now. So that one I'll just put there because I might need that. Construction, magnetized ferrite and carbon nanotubes.
Weather update.
So
Storm clearing.
I made this.
Technology recharge.
And that I can make to magnetized. That's the third degree of ferrite dust. So you can make things better. It's at least one thing, way of saying it. Then I think it was two, I mean. Oh, it's just one. Okay. So this will give me some Object, but I need salvage data and I have to dig that up around, so that's just how it is. How's the weather now? That one could be what we need. Submerge. It's underwater. That's the same. Roughly.
Units received.
Let's venture out for this one. It's not straight ahead, but well. I'm going to need a lot of carbon, so I might as well pick it up as I have the option. Side, there's water in the way. So that was a bonus. So let's analyze the data. Normally gets nanite out of it, yeah. Oh, that's good.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
So I want to run back where I came from, preferably. Or do something else. So if it's really bad weather, then stay underground. So
Item received.
don't know if I have enough for that. 4 metal plating and 2 carbon nanotube. That I should be able to. This one, actually I could. This is not going to help a lot because I have no power for it, but at least I built it. Okay, I can rename the base. Do something like this.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
We can upload it. So, you notice I actually built the base out on the Well, it's kind of giving me a task. Battery I have actually not gone to yet. That's on my to-do list. I'm just going to let these run through. I'm not going to refine them to nanite yet. All these chunks can be refined to end up as runaway mold. Runaway mold, when you refine it, becomes nanite, so it's an important source of nanite gaining. So, yeah. So I will go and see if I can find some more. I saw there was one there. Well, not the most interesting thing to find, but must admit I'm not a big lover of these mountainous planets, but
Units received.
sometimes you kind of just have to play with the cards you've been dealt. And remember that chat is open for everyone who has any questions or comments or something else. I'm happy to help if anyone has questions. So don't feel shy either. I know people always say, "Oh, it's a stupid question." No, it's not. Because the fact is, if you feel you have to ask a question, it's not stupid. It's stupid not to ask it because you might not know what actually. Well, you might not actually get that part where what it is you need to know. I don't know if that makes any sense, but.
Units received. Technology recharge. Units received.
So, in the water is also things. So I will say that's not really where I want to go right now. First of all, I have no protection against water. Sure. Problem is, I don't really know what I need, so sometimes it's just good to pick certain things up, and if you get too much of something, you can always sell it. Even though some of us don't sell stuff, so yeah. Ooh.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
So what can we else buy?
Item received.
Biofuel. Wiring is free. I would like
Item
some of
received.
these things, but we'll have to take one thing at a time. That one needs a metal plating. The rest I had. So I'm actually going to put it there for now. Battery, magnetized ferrite and condensed carbon. Actually going to kind of leave that alone for now. Biofuel reactor needs carbon in some form. So now we can actually use this to go to the space station. Do we need to do that? Probably not, but
Base computer online.
yeah. Okay, then let's go back and see what it says. Okay, let's then go to the space station and investigate that. See, that's the problem. I already went there, but it's probably fine. Find life forms to ask about the mysterious signal. So, actually good, I didn't talk to all of them here. So, find one I haven't visited. I hope I can find some. A little bit aggressive about talking to people, but it doesn't seem to. So now I should. No? Okay. I normally look at the ships because sometimes I find S-class ships. Yeah, if I can afford it and I don't have it, then I might buy them. And I say might because I'm a little bit kind of like getting pre-ships and repairing them rather than buying them, but so what's my ship? It sometimes have a weird tendency to put your ship so you can't see it. So it wants me to go there. So a lot of things I will be doing down the line. I will document the glyph addresses and stuff like that, but not here. So this is an approximate. You know what? I just saw there was a crashed freighter. That is that's actually too good to just leave alone. First of all, landing in the lit up circles means that you can land and take off pretty much. Okay, that is what I need. Okay. So that is what I need. However, I am actually going to take the cargo pods of this as well.
Thermal protection.
Can be valuable. At least it won't be a bad thing. I don't say it like that. I think that is actually a good thing. I will need that down the line. Thing is, freighters is something I tend to always go for because
Extreme radiation.
even though you might not be able to use what you find right now, shit, I came a little bit short here. Then saving it and get it again in other context, or use it later, sell it, whatever you want. So that is always the positive.
Radiation protection falling.
Yeah, I have done this a lot of times, so I know where the cargo is, but always you can scan and find them.
Protection falling.
So I waited a little bit so my health was back up and my protection. So when you're indoor, even if it's in something like here, you can actually get it up. But the thing is, when you have opened the cargo pod,
Falling.
you need to move because they ooze radiation, which is not the most healthy thing to expose yourself to, especially at this point where you are not very well protected. So
Radiation leak detected.
so I need I don't need pyrite or silver. Actually, pyrite can be useful. It's not what I need right now. I need copper. Where did the pyrite go there? So all resources is useful for something, some more than others. Certain things you only need for one single thing in the game. I'm not going to do any spoilers. I will kind of let you pretty much find your own way. actually not doing this because I need what I search on. I do it because I need to find a cave. And I do know that humming sacks are normally in caves. So that was actually not a bad call. Oh, you have to be careful with the hazardous flora. They can actually harm you. They spray out toxins and that will affect you in different ways. Just want to make sure. To be sure. Cobalt, nothing else. Nothing else, okay. So cobalt is useful for one big thing. You can create iron batteries which can be used as protection against the environment. So that's actually very useful. And that saves you sodium, it saves you later on with the protection other things as well. You see, I have the hot one on. That can be fueled with iron battery or phosphorus. So I'm going to make more iron batteries, and that is how I stay alive most of the time in the game. That is where it actually helps you quite a lot knowing these little tricks. And as I said when we started today, there will be a lot of tips, hints and tricks coming along. And if you watch me live on Twitch, feel free to use the chat to ask questions. If you watch it in the YouTube videos, which I will cut up and upload, then feel free to use the comments to ask questions or comment to some of the things. Just remember one thing. No Man's Sky is a game where it is really like there is no right or wrong. It's all about, if you find your end goal, then you have done right. If you don't, then you must have done something maybe wrong, but or you have missed something. And that is, everything is possible. That is one thing with the game, is that it is sometimes really a game of such law. And you will find out when you really need something, you won't find it. Then you end up going to maybe a space station and you buy it. Or a trading post or somewhere where you can buy it, and after that you will find it everywhere. Okay, where is my ship? It's there. Just needed a little bit of cobalt so I could kind of get the there's a lot of things I need, so I'm starting running out of slots. Hooray, that never happened to me before. Well, all the time, unfortunately, all the time. Let's go and get the silver as well. That I might need down the line anyway, so I hit something that's not good. So if the slope is too steep, it won't let you land. So it's just keep on trying without getting too far away from what you need. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, man. I just wasted some silver here, but yeah. The good thing is that it's actually fueled with what it digs up, so silver, gold, and platinum is something you need all the time. Especially if you're repairing ships. Well, that's more gold and platinum, but silver is used a lot building on your freighters, so therefore you might need quite a bit. And I will always recommend, if you come across it, pick it up. Don't always have to go and chase things, but you will come across a lot of things where you don't actually need it, but then kind of try to remember what you actually do need. A lot of copper around. That annoys me a little bit because that's what I need. Ugh.
Thermal protection falling.
That is slightly annoying. Luckily had one of those.
Technology recharge.
Yeah, I can't build it as I don't have the chromatic metal, nor do I have the so what I'm actually doing, I am stocking up on silver, and going here might help me find other resources. So it's all about just trying. Just trying. As the other one was, but that's okay.
Thermal protection falling.
So I hope moving a little bit could give me some other resources, so hopefully this is going to be one with some goodies in. Oh, not very big either. Well, that is unfortunately a lottery. Sometimes you will find some which holds a lot of material, and others will be quite sparse. It also depends on the planets and the galaxies. So some would say it's RNG based, and yes, it is. Sure. How much do I then have? So it only become half of what I have compared to the chromatic metal. So I'll actually have to do for now. Because I think I have enough to be able to build roughly. Otherwise I'll have to come up with alternative plans. That's one thing when you might feel in the beginning of the game that the gathering of resources goes very slow. I actually don't think it does. It just feels like it sometimes. Do I need that for anything? No. So I'll go in here where I am at least in safety. So I need cover. This through while I need 4 more. Okay, and I need those. So luckily I have some cadmium that can become chromatic metal as well. So the only thing is I'm going to need loads of it because I also need to make fuel and so on. So it's not straightforward. I would say again, as I said the other days, we are bound to be hit by snow in this part of Britain, and they have warned about we might have blackouts on the power. So if I suddenly disappear, that might be because we have a power outage, and there's not much I can do about that. I don't have a generator in the cellar, so and that would probably also mean internet would go anyway. So if I suddenly disappear, it's not because I'm hopefully not been hit by something with caused any damage to us, but rather weather. I will come on as quickly as I can. I might post, if I can, through my phone on my Facebook page if something should happen like that. So there is a link for my Facebook on my Twitch page as well as my YouTube. So I would put up there if I am struggling with power, for instance, or something else. Otherwise, I will try to get back on as quickly as possible if shit hits the fan. Bear with me a second. good news is it's only freezing outside, but it's not snowing yet. So the question is, one thing is weather forecast, another thing is reality is sometimes different. So let's see how it goes. So again, this is a brand new save, normal, not permitted as normal as usual, but I'm trying to do it so I can kind of giving a little bit of tips, tricks, hints, and advices when you are a new player and might be struggling with the first part of the game. I'm just following all the scripted part that the game is throwing at me, doing with the base building, the install the hyperdrive now. So as long as you follow these things, you will actually be guided into. It's kind of a tutorial. I would normally disable that because I don't want to go through all this for the end time, but to do the kind of how it actually works, then I think it's practical to do this. What I'm doing right now actually has nothing to do with the tutorial scripted or anything. You pick up a lot of junk. It comes with, what is the first one called? Do I have any of that in stock? No. The first is called something with goo, and then the next one is the one I'm refining here. Viscous fluids, which turns into living slime, and the living slime turns into the mold, and the mold turns into nanites, and nanites is very important for upgrading your exosuit, multi-tool, starships. It gives you things like the protection, it gives you health, movability, and so on and so on, and it's all very important to actually get through the game, and yeah, you actually learn to cherish these things, and I was lucky with on the first planet to find all the animals, so I got a bonus nanites on it. Again, lucky, yeah, and that's good. Luck is good. So actually, I think I'm a little bit stupid because I should first of all get this. The other thing is not important. So the chromatic metal is what I really need to get the hyperdrive so I can fly to other systems. There. Now I can go back and do the living slime there. But then we can look at the starship. I can put that on, and I have those, but I don't have those. Okay, what do we then do? Start crying. It says purchase them. Okay. How much money do I actually have? 111,000. So Normally it comes with an estimate, making money, yeah? Good plan. So, I will go to space station and see what actually, if I can buy them there, and what the price is. Because I might not have enough money for that. So, 27, I need 4. That's 110,000. You know what? That's not bad. Oh, I can sell them. Thing is, you can sell anything, but yeah, that I already have put on, so I will actually go back to the base again, so I get the mode, so I can get the nanite. Still trotting away there. 5 of them. Bingo. Hyperdrive installed. Now I need a warp cell. I can't make antimatter housing. Oh dear. That sucks. But then. Transfer the ship. Yeah, I just want the runaway mode to be finished first.
Technology recharge.
So, very experienced players always talk about the first part being scripted, leading you through it, and that is kind of true. The reason I say kind of is because you can still get into some sort of trouble if you are unlucky or you do things you shouldn't have done. And what I mean with that is a lot of players come in, they come from other games, they're used to, well, if you shoot something in the beginning, you are leveled, so your character level is the same as the mobs around you. That's not the case in No Man's Sky. If you run into sentinels, they will come in waves. And if you shoot them when you're at your weakest, i.e. when you begin the game, chances is that you won't survive. Okay, if you play on normal, you respawn and you don't lose anything, but it's frustrating dying in the start of a game when you thought you actually were doing well. So my advice is take a little bit cautious approach to things. There is also animals with creatures which might attack you if they're predators. They might have you for dinner, and that's not meaning they're inviting you to dinner. No, they will have you for dinner. My ship is down here somewhere. So, I tend to investigate buildings and things like that, mainly because you might find things or not. There is no guarantee of anything. So but the thing is, if you don't look, you won't find. That's of course obvious, but it is that one needs something. So it wants me to go out to space. So that's oh dear. Can I? I need metal plating that I should be able to make.
Technology recharge.
And that's the thing. Okay. So now we are playing No Man's Sky with border collies again. This time it's the other dog sitting looking what I'm doing. Am I doing it correctly? You sure?